Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Eliel. In this incarnation today, I wanted to leave another reflection linked with the conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, because today, 25th, you are going to see the video on the 22nd. We had the moon passing through Scorpio and did an opposition. So we experimented today this tension, and tonight the moon is moving to Sagittarius. But this conjunction continues very, very active. I wanted you to remind this, and it will do so during May. So something that I talked about when I started this YouTube channel is this concept used in Kabbalah that refers that we are all light receiving vessels, and our capacity to receive this light is amplified while we can break with these ego shells, these ego layers. On the other hand, this light is to descend it to earth, is to share it. This is the evolutionary process we do here. Freeing ourselves from these layers, from these shells, is not something that is always pleasant, because they respond to perceptions and unconscious behaviors, and many times we resist those breakdowns because we are very much identified with those parts. I'm going to put an example. If a very, very religious person, I'm putting the example of a religion because it is very associated with Jupiter. It is questioned about his or her beliefs, and that person gets angry. It is his or her ego, the one that is feeling personally attacked, because that person could sustain his or her beliefs if that makes that person feel good, but without getting out of the alignment, the inner alignment. And this is something that could happen to everyone that has an ego. We all have an ego in different levels and with different aspects. So this conjunction is representing a seed. I wanted to remind you this. This is a seed of expansive change that is not linked with May or April. It is a seed of expansive change for the next years that requires a great breakdown, breakthrough, I don't know which is the word, of perceptions, breakdown of perceptions of what is valuable for us internally and externally. For example, nowadays, the concept of beauty is very associated with stopping the pass of time. And this is being taken to extremes for some people that could even be dangerous for their health. So I think we are in a moment to cultivate the loving self-acceptance and to reconfigure the concept of beauty. But for a person that is very, very attached with this in a very profound way, getting older could cause a huge suffering, because that person is identified with that external form and is associating his or her value to that. But going beyond the deterioration of the body, sorry, that word is difficult. The fact that the body can do that could be a programming too, that we will transcend one day, but not because we want to give an external appearance to someone else, but because we understand that it is unnecessary for the body, and that we can leave the body the moment we decided, or the moment we end with our mission, without going through illnesses. This is something that I think is going to happen. I don't know when, but I think it is going to happen. So other example that I could give is linked with giving and receiving, because there are many people very attached to the ways of exchange that we have in this world. But if we understand the basic concept that the entire universe is energy, everything is energy, what here materializes comes from the light we receive, a light with which we gradually will all have to learn to connect with through the purpose of the soul, because the earth is in an ascension process. So we will all have to align with the purpose of the soul, because the sustenance from here in years, again, it is not going to come only from doing a labor at the service of the matter, because that way that creates limitations. It is never enough, and that's why the economic system is as it is right now. So if there is a genuine desire of serving, the soul itself will guide us along the way, to connect with our purpose. And it is important to understand this, because aligning with that, the light is infinite and unlimited. So we eradicate literally the scarcity in the world this way. And if all the people can really understand this, which is going to happen. So the light can take forms, can take unexpected forms, and can come in unexpected ways. This is what Uranus is telling us right now. If we can really do this service, responding to the call. But then it is very easy to say it, more easy to say it than to put it into practice. To put into practice the metaphysical knowledge, and to learn to give from this service, trusting that everything is going to come to us. It is challenging, precisely because this breaks with many beliefs that are very rooted in our society and in ourselves. We acquired that from society, from the culture, etc. So this receiving thing, this is very important, has the function to keep sharing. The people that are expanding, they have a divine purpose of helping, a greater quantity of people in the elevation of consciousness. So through their art, through their invents, therapies, or whatever function the soul came to do here. And I think there are many souls right now that are opening. They are pioneers. They are opening new forms and new functions of the soul that we didn't know, but they are very, very valuable for this moment. So in a video before, that I think it is in the playlists, I explained how there are a lot of people doing like works that are far from consciousness, but they still can create abundance and even fall in excesses. I'm not going to share that again. You can look up for that video, but I don't remember the title, but it is in those playlists. So this still have a function in our evolutionary process, but this will change, certainly. And that's why it is very important to learn to trust in the call of our soul. It is very important. And as I just said, responding to the call is something very challenging at many parts of the path of the process. But I think that once we can do the breakthrough with these conditioned parts of ourselves, that also represents a liberation. So I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.